So the commentary starts now. 30 minutes to go. Pinchbeck leads. Morton second. So the commentary starts now. 30 minutes to go. Pinchbeck pushing. Trying to stretch a gap on Morton. Stretched out to a second. Morton will no doubt be trying to cling on. Very fast, very smooth through Hawthorns. Westfield still pushing, looking for every ounce of grip, every ounce of speed out of that McLaren. Two McLaren drivers locked in battle. This is for bragging rights, this is for team orders, this is for number one driver. What can Pinchbeck do? He's stretching, he's stretching. Morton's crew chief will be telling him to hang on to this bastard in front. Pinchbeck into the pits. Tactical, 30 minutes. This is going to be a splash and dash. He got the lead. He's doing the pit stop. He's going to come back out. Morton has to pit at some point. Remember, they only have to take a litre of fuel. They don't have to take tyres. They don't have to prolong that pit stop. Taking tyres adds approximately 20 seconds to a pit. Morton is really pushing now. You see him running wide onto the Cooper straight, going into Surtees, pushing as hard as he can, getting the drive out of Surtees. Clean. Pilgrim's drop. Pinchbeck exits the pits into Paddock Hill, up to Druids. He's going to have a good outlap now. He doesn't want Morton back in front of him. It took him a few laps and a mistake from Morton to gain the lead. So let's see what Pinchbeck can do on this outlap. Can he do it? He wants that number one spot at McLaren. He wants it bad. He wants it so bad he'd sell his body for it. In fact, I think he already has, and there's a sale on. But anyway, off he goes. Surtees, Pilgrims, fast as he can. Is Morton going to lap this lap? Sorry, is Morton going to pit this lap? Morton indeed pits this lap. In he goes. Let's see what happens. Pinchy, Westfield, Dingledell, Sheen curve. Clean, clean. He needs to keep it clean. He needs to be fast through Sterling's. Pushing hard. Clearways. Onto the start finish. Through Clark curve. Morton still in the pits. What's the gap going to be? Morton comes out just behind. Mirrored pit stops. Fantastic driving from both drivers. What's the gap? Let's see. 1.5. 1.5. You could say Morton's lost 2/10, but I think Pinchbeck's gained 2/10 from a fantastic outlap there from Pinchbeck. Great stuff. Let's see who can drive on these worn tyres then, because both these drivers have just had a splash and dash. Pinchy has a splash and dash most nights, but tonight it was just for a bit of fuel. Let's see what Flint's doing. Flint's obviously yet to pit, but that gap's come right down now for him. Dawid is a further 29 seconds back down the road through Surtees. The Lamborghini's really struggling this evening. Brands Hatch isn't a straight line speed circuit, and the Lambos just need that extra space. Oh, that won't help. Stay off the grass, man. Yeah, the Lambos need that extra special setup. You get the setup right on those cars and they will nail it for you. Gianluca, one of the early runners, running in second place in the early part of this race, now down to 5th through a couple of mistakes. Let's see what he can do. Sabre's fan 10 in the pits, making his pit stop. Is this going to give Raj a chance to get past him? Not quite sure. Through Sterling's. Sabre's fan still in the pits. Raj coming down into clearways in his Lambo. He's going to get past. This battle, 6th and 7th, could come down to a pit stop strategy. I think Sabre fan has taken tyres, judging by the time of his pit stop. He's taken tyres. That could be a mistake that costs him 6th place. He's now exiting the pits, but that's one hell of a long pit stop. This race is only an hour, and I think the winning tactics are splash and dash, no tyres. Morton Velves, what's gone on here? Missed it, damn it. Morton up into the lead, Pinchy into second, and he's had an off. He's had a big off because he's now 10 seconds behind. Why did we miss that one? We tried to air some time for everybody. This is not good. This is the bloody problem with broadcasting and commentation. You try to give people airtime and you go and miss Pinches. Oh no, I've spun. But we've heard it all before. That's pretty much how it goes. Let's see how we can close this gap down. "24 minutes to go." I think Pinchbeck will close that gap, although you can see a little bit of damage to the front end of that McLaren. His pit crew aren't going to be happy with him. They're not going to be able to just pull that car out of the next round. There's a little bit of work to do there, and a bit more than Teacut will sort. To the point that Flint Lockwood is only 16 seconds back now. Pinchbeck puts himself under pressure yet again. This is the driver's only flaw. He's a fast driver, is Pinchbeck. His arse is glued to that McLaren. You can't get him in any other car. He's a McLaren expert, but he makes mistakes, and Morton knew that. Morton's running his own race. Morton's doing his own thing because he knows Pinchbeck makes mistakes. Pinchbeck, 9.6 seconds back. Morton running his own race. Driving clean, driving fast. And this is a driver that's trying to adapt to VR racing tonight on single screen because he's not quite there. Although I will say out loud, he's probably on bonnet cam. Not really the place to be in the sim world, but anyway, each to their own. Morton in the lead, Pinchy second, 9.1. 9.1. He will be cursing inside his VR little helmet. He'll be pushing, he'll be sweating, he'll be wanting to claw every single thousandth of a second back. He wants this win. He wants the #1 spot as the McLaren driver. Mainly because he can't drive any other car, but because of his passion for McLaren. Through Clark Curve. What a lad. Onto Brabham Straight. Into Paddock Hill. What's the gap going to be now? Nine. 8.8 real time through Graham Hill. I really want to focus on some of the other drivers, but unfortunately Pinchbeck is the one that's putting the show on. He's the one that's chasing Morton. Morton's the one that's putting the consistent lap times in without the cock up. Had to watch my language there. Wanted to say something else, but anyway. 4 beers in, managed to control myself. Pinchbeck, 8.6. What a lad. What a driver. What an idiot to cock up. He was in the lead. Why did he push so hard? He caught Morton. He passed Morton. He did his pit stop. He came out in front of Morton. All he had to do was do what he'd done for the first half of the race. Not quite sure where the mentality was, where his train of thought was. But I do know where he is now. That's second and trying hard, putting the lap times in on a set of worn tyres. He's got to push now. He's down to 7.9. He's closing that gap. 20 minutes to go, 8 seconds for round figures to close. Can he do it? Not quite sure if he'll get there. Possibly. I think he can. I think he's got it in it. Flint, Lockwood, pits. Dowd, pits. Let's see where they come out behind Pinchy. Pinchy and Morton, certainly the two title contenders battling for this Blancpain sprint race victory. Morton's responding, or Pinchbeck's cocking up, not quite sure which, because the gap is still 8 seconds. Oh, Pinchbeck pushing hard, going wide. Managing to keep it pointing the right way. Good lad, keep it going. Let's see this spectacle that is McLaren's potential #1 driver. He's not there yet, he's in second. That was a slow lap, Pinchy. That was a 125. Running out of things to say at the moment, but I'm sure Pinchbeck's going to cock up at some point, give me something to say. He is a good driver, he is a good lad. Can he maintain it lap after lap? Fresh from a Liga Corsa win earlier in the week in the GT3. Just for a change, McLaren. But he won a race. Good lad. Team Simsport showing the Liga Corsa lads where to go. Steve Haley showing the Liga Corsa lads where to go. Won the other race. Simsport 1-1. Just a quick mention also, Interleague racing with Simcave during the week. Simsport first, Simcave second, third, Simsport 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. Tells its own story. Oh, we have a spinner. Gianluca's on the grass. Sabres fan 10 spun behind Pinchy. This gap is not coming down. I think Morton has managed his tyres better than Pinchbeck. I think Pinchbeck has been pushing and pushing too hard. He's got too much heat into those tyres. He's got them worn down. He's the one that is now struggling. Although the faster driver, managing to put the faster laps in. He's not closing that gap fast enough. We're down to just under 18 minutes to go with 7.9 on the board as I speak. 7.9 up through Surtees. Get on that power, Pinchy. Come on, put a show on for the fans. Yorkshire Television broadcasting live from Brands Hatch. Simsport Racing all the way to the checkered flag. Let's see how we go. Gap's back up to 8. Morton is banging those times in. Banging them in. Doing what he needs to do. Nobody can knock the lad. McLaren 1-2 at the moment. Morton has his eye on the prize. He's got one hand on that trophy. Pinchbeck is going to come in for so much stick at the end of this race if he does not win this race. It was his to win and he threw it away. Flint closing on Dowie. 4 seconds, 3 seconds realistically is the gap. Dowie drifting it through Clark. Oh, little bit of a twitch there. Did well to hold that. He's pulled it all back together for Bramham Straight. Great piece of car control then for Dowie. Flint will have seen that though. He'll have spotted the weakness. The tyres are going from Dowie. Flint pushing through Halewoods there. Druids. Gap remaining consistent. Flint pushing hard, using every centimetre of this track. Pushing into Surtees. Getting on the power. Trying to close that gap, which he is doing. Flint and Dowie still on the lead lap. Pinchbeck 8 seconds back from Morn, 8.1. I don't think he's going to close that gap. I retract my statement. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I don't think the boy from Bognor can do this. I am disappointed. I thought he was going to challenge for the lead again. I thought he would come back, but maybe, just maybe, he's asking too much of that rubber. Flint closing on Dowie. This is the battle now for 3rd place. Dowie with the unpronounceable surname. Down Bradham Straight. Into Paddock Hill. Paddock Hill immensely steep. Such a steep corner. Till you've walked down there, you don't know how steep it is. It's even steeper on the way back up. Through Druids. Absolutely hammering that throttle down there, twitching the arse end into Graham Hill. Get on that power, lad. Down Cooper Straight, up into Surtees. Come on, let's power it through there. Get good drive through there. Keep Flint behind you. That's what you're focusing on. Flint pushing though, pushing. Putting in the laps. He's closed that gap now down to 2 seconds. He's closing. This is going to be the race. This is the one. Pinchbeck's dropping back from what seen from the real times on the screen. We don't even need to go look at Pinchbeck. He's lost it. He's a loser. He was the winner, but now he's lost it. He's in 2nd place. Flint's pushing hard. Down to 1.4 second gap. Let's see how we go here. Ferrari, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Lamborghini. Prancing horse against the raging bull. Let's see how we go. Paddock Hill. Druids. Flint will be locked on. Oh, lovely little drift out of Flint, but that won't help his lap time. Needs to keep it neat and tidy. Needs to keep the traction to get that power down, to get the drive out the corners and get the speed. But he might just catch a little bit of a stream up here, up through Surtees. He might just start to gain a little bit of advantage on the speed down the straight now. That Ferrari's a little light, nimble car. Lamborghini in a straight line is an awesome piece of kit. Hawthorne's Bend. Flint definitely has Dowie in his sights. He's closing. Meanwhile, just checking back on the real times. Pinchbeck dropping back. He's resigned to that 2nd place. He's taking that 2nd place. He's taking that number 2 slot at McLaren. Not the number 1 driver that was tried. No. Pinchbeck 8.6 behind. Flint chasing Dowd. Almost up behind him. Literally 1 second between the guys now. He's locked on. He's going to back marker coming up. Oof. Dowd runs a little bit wide there, saw the grass kicked up. He's really trying. He knows he's trying to hang on for third place now. Oof, back marker just stayed out of the way there. Nicely done, well done. Didn't interfere in that battle at all. But Flint is trying. The Lambo just has the legs down the straight. It's an awesome, awesome straight line car. Awesome. Flint still pushing though, still pushing hard. He is the favourite for third place. As we've said before, catching is easy, passing is another thing. Let's hope Dowd doesn't make it too easy. Let's see a battle here. Last 10 minutes to go. We want a battle. Pinchbeck, meanwhile, drops down to 9.4 seconds. I think the boys' tyres have gone. Yep, the tyres have gone. Morton is just cruising around. He's doing the lap times, same lap times he's done all race long. Such a consistent, methodical driver. Pinchbeck, all guts and glory, tried as hard as he could, had the lead, threw it all away. The man from Bognor needs to drown his sorrows tonight. His performance has been good, but I don't think it's good enough. Flint up into third place. Typical, criticising Pinchbeck, and I missed the pass. I think Dowd's made a mistake. He's dropped well back. Typical broadcasting error there, missed it. Flint storming down the straight now, Hawthorns. Drifting it through there, beautiful car control, absolutely fantastic. That Ferrari looks wonderful, beautiful car, fantastic car control. Pinchbeck, 9.7, he got the gap down to below 8, but seems it's just not enough. He's now struggling. He's going to hold on to second. He's got a good gap to third, but he'll be kicking himself. He will not be happy. I think I can see steam in that cockpit. I'm sure I can see steam. Pinchbeck. Drifting. Lost the lead. Just after the pit stops. Pitted perfectly. Got the lead. He pitted. He came back out in the lead. And it appears a mistake. While we were watching some of the other cars, he made a mistake which gave Morton the lead and a 10-second lead. Pinchbeck only ever got it down to just below 8. That gap is now climbing. It's going to be back over 10 seconds at this. Pinchbeck pushing hard. He's running wide. He's using all the track and a little bit more. Trying hard. You can't knock the lad, he is trying, but there must be tears in that helmet now as he realises Morton is the #1 Ferrari driver. Gianluca disconnected from the server. That's disappointing. That is disappointing. After such early promise, Gianluca running in second place, held Pinchy up for a few laps, made it... Well, that's unfair. He didn't hold him up. He made it hard for him to pass. He made Pinchbeck work for the pass. It was good racing. Pinchbeck running wide, really wide. This boy is struggling. He's still pushing. He doesn't know when to give up. But I think on this occasion he's beat. Raj puts his fastest lap in, which is a hell of an achievement this far into the race. Still off the pace a little bit, but good lad for trying, good lad for keeping going. That's what we like to see. Persistence pays off. Morton's lifted. I'm sure Morton's lifted now. He can see the checkered flag in his head. He's 6 point. 2. 6 minutes, 20 seconds. 8.3 seconds in the lead of Pinchbeck. 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes to go till that checkered flag's dropped, and he is crowned #1 McLaren driver at Brands Hatch at the end of this Simsport Racing GT3 sprint race. Fantastic driving. All the drivers have done well. It's all been clean. No silly moves, apart from Pinchbeck giving up his lead, but we don't know what happened there. But anyway, all good racing. Pinchbeck through clearways. Clark curve. What does the gap look like in real time? Yep, there's Morton. He's all the way down into Druids. He's got all of Paddock Hill between him and Pinchbeck. That's what 7.5, 8 seconds looks like. Top of Paddock Hill to Druids. Only a mistake from Morton now can hand Pinchbeck the victory. That's not going to happen. Morton doesn't make mistakes, and I don't care about commentators' curse because Morton is immune from it. He will not make a mistake. This is the man that never cuts corners. He drives 100% effort all the time. Apex is hit, keeping it on the line, 100% committed, 100% all the time. Fantastic driver. I think maybe Pinchbeck should have followed him for a few more laps just to see how it should be done, rather than pushing on and relinquishing that lead through. Probably what we'll find out afterwards was a silly mistake. Just missing a few key drivers this evening. Steve Haley decided to take the family on holiday, but can't knock the lad. Gavin Utley, not quite sure where he is this evening, not spoke to the lad for a couple of days, but he would have been a contender. Darren Harley turns up, turns it on, does the lap times. Top 6, no problem, never driven a car before, he'll turn up and he'll just make it go. Something about barbecue and beer, can't knock the lad. Here we have him, Billy No Mates Pinchbeck, the Bogner Bomber. 7.7 seconds behind Morton. He must be kicking himself. I don't want to rub it in, but this lad had the race won. He had it in the bag. He had the lap times. He had the pace. And he threw it away. Can't wait to talk to him after the race and find out why, where, when did he throw it away. Morton being gifted a race win, but not only the race win, the #1 seat at McLaren at Simsport Racing. Paddock Hill. Sabres fan. Just in front of Flint, I think that is. Coming up to lap him. Will Sabre fans show Flint the courtesy he deserves and just move over to one side? I'm not sure he will, because I'm not sure that Ferrari will have the legs down the straight to make the pass, but who knows? Nope, didn't think so. Oh, wide spin, barrier, oh dear. Just back on the track behind, and a good recovery and select second, and off we go. Fantastic, good stuff. Tyre will be burning up though, just go careful through the next few corners. Oh, that's Morton. That's helped Morton. Oh, he's off again, Saberfan off again. Those tyres, I've told you lad, they'll be too hot. Just calm yourself down, take it steady. Give them a few corners to cool down again and then start to push. Raj still circulating 3 laps down, but good lad, good driver, good effort. Turned up on the server tonight, no practice, just jumped on and he sticks with it. What a driver, commendable. Dawid looking to make a pass on Saberfan off again. You need to let them. Oh, wow. He held that, nearly caused a problem there, but well done for not. But now just give those tyres time to cool. Oh, he's bogged. He's in the sand, spinning up, spinning up. Yeah, let's find someone that's actually moving. Pinchbeck, he's moving. 5 seconds behind Morton. What's going on? How's he closed that up? What's going on? 30 seconds. Morton's backed off the power. Morton's teasing you. Morton. Through Hawthorns. Westfield. Dingledell. Sure pinchy name that corner. Sheen Curve. Sterling's. And it's certainly been a sterling drive from Morton this evening. Fantastic lad. Just back to, he does what he needs to do to this boy. He's on his final lap. He's coming through clearways for last time. Clark Curve. Off he goes. Onto Brabham Straight. What a drive. What a lad. What a car. McLaren's #1 driver at Simsport Racing. Can't say any fairer than that. Pinchbeck. Flint. Fantastic stuff. That ends the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you.